You're stuck in traffic, another hour lost. But meanwhile, a Chinese car has just opened its wings and flown over you at 130 km/h 80 mph. And what's worse, this technology already exists. It's already on the streets. Have you seen a terrestrial aircraft carrier that carries a complete aerial vehicle, or an autonomous flying taxi that has already completed more than 40,000 passenger flights? And that's just the beginning. There's also a suit that transforms you into a real-life Iron Man, flying at 85 fighting 53 ampere. A flying board that crosses oceans and even aerial races at 300 km/h 486 amp like Formula One in the skies. Get ready, because this is no longer a thing of the future. These flying machines already exist, and people are already using them to move in a way that was never before possible. Today, you will discover the 10 most impressive flying transport vehicles that exist today, and what you are about to see will leave you speechless. Music. Imagine driving a normal van when suddenly it stops. The trunk opens and a flying car takes off from inside it. It sounds crazy, but Shakespeare has just made this a reality with the land carrier. This is not a futuristic concept. It's a real vehicle that XPeng is producing now. And the idea is so brilliant that it will blow your mind. The land carrier is literally a terrestrial aircraft carrier. On the outside, it looks like a big futuristic electric van, but inside it is a complete two-person flying car. It works like this. You drive the land carrier normally through the streets like any electric van. When you want to fly, you park, press a button, and the magic happens. The van's trunk opens automatically. A platform uncouples the flying car from inside. The rotors fold out, and in less than 3 minutes, the flying vehicle is ready for takeoff. The flying car is an eVTOL Plaza, an electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle with 8 rotors. It reaches 130 km/h 80 unwashed in the air and flies for up to 35 minutes. That gives it an aerial range of about 50 to 70 km 3143 miles, enough for you to skip traffic jams, cross the whole city, or reach places without roads. After the flight, the flying car lands back in the van, automatically retracts, and you continue driving normally. It's perfect multimodal transport: terrestrial when you need it, aerial when you want it. But here's the brilliant part of this solution. You don't need special infrastructure. You don't need an airport heliport or aerial charging station. The land carrier is your mobile base. It carries the flying vehicle, recharges its batteries while you drive, and serves as a portable garage. ASAP began deliveries in 2024 in China with a price of about 2 million yuan, approximately $280 USD. Yes, it's expensive, but you're buying 2 vehicles in one. A premium electric van plus a personal flying car. Music. A terrestrial aircraft carrier is already absurd. But what if you didn't even need to drive anything? Wait until you see a fully autonomous flying taxi. Forget Uber and normal taxis. EHang created something that will completely change how you move around the city. A fully autonomous flying taxi that has already transported more than 40,000 passengers. The EHang 216 looks like a giant drone with a cabin because that's exactly what it is. 2 comfortable seats inside an aerodynamic capsule, 16 electric rotors distributed around 0 pilot needed. You get in, sit down, buckle up, and select your destination on a touchscreen. From there, just relax. The artificial intelligence system controls everything: vertical takeoff, navigation through urban skies, obstacle avoidance, and a smooth landing at the destination. Maximum speed, 130 km/h 80 mph. Cruising altitude, 300 mph 84 ft above the streets. Range, 40 km 25 miles per charge, enough to cross traffic jams in any metropolis without touching the ground once. Music. Yes, and here's the insane part. The EHang 216 is already operating commercially in China, the United Arab Emirates, and it tests in the United States. It has already completed more than 40,000 flights with real passengers. This is not a prototype, it's functioning urban air transport. The safety system is redundant. If one rotor fails, the other 15 compensate automatically. If the battery runs out, there's an emergency parachute. If communication is lost, it automatically lands at the nearest safe location. EHang plans to launch air taxi networks in 20 cities by 2026. Price per ride, estimated at 3 to 4 times a normal Uber ride. Would you pay $100 Brazilian real to avoid 2 hours of traffic and arrive in 10 minutes? Many people would pay. An autonomous flying taxi is already science fiction, but XPeng went further and created a two-seater flying sport vehicle. XPeng didn't stop at the flying car. They created the X2, a two-seater personal flying vehicle that transforms you into the pilot of your futuristic dreams. The XPeng X2 is smaller and more agile than the E-Hang. Sporty design carbon fiber cabin, 2 seats like a fighter cockpit, and a digital control panel that looks like it's straight out of Star Wars. 8 electric rotors distributed in an X configuration generate enough thrust to lift 560 134 lbs to heights of up to 1,000 nellers, 3280 ft, maximum speed 130 km/h, range 45 minutes of flying. The experience is visceral, vertical takeoff without a runway, instant acceleration from the electric motors, 360 spins on its own axis. I fly hovering like a hummingbird. It's pure adrenaline in 3 dimensions. Music. Piloting your own flying vehicle is the dream. But what if you could wear a suit and fly like Iron Man? Imagine waking up one morning, putting on a special suit, and flying out of your house as if you were Iron Man. This is no longer science fiction. Thanks to the incredible jet suit from Gravity Industries, this British company managed to create the world's first functional flying suit, transforming the dream of flying like Iron Man into a tangible reality you can touch. Founder Richard Browning developed this incredible device that uses 5 small jet engines, 2 mounted on each arm and 1 on the back. With a combined power of over 1,000 horsepower, this suit allows you to reach speeds of up to 85 km/h and rise up to 3,600 mm 11,811 ft in altitude. But the most impressive thing is the maneuverability. The pilot controls direction and speed simply by moving their arms, creating a totally intuitive flight experience. It's as if your arms are wings. Although it requires specialized training and costs around $440,000 USD, they are already exploring practical applications in emergency rescues, industrial inspections, and entertainment. The jet suit represents the first step towards the democratization of personal flight, proving that the technology that once only existed in comics and movies can now be worn. Flying with a suit is already insane, but what if you could do it over the ocean on a flying board? Applause. Have you ever dreamed of flying over the ocean without needing a plane? A French inventor turned this impossible dream into reality with the revolutionary Flyboard Air from Zapata Racing. This device allows anyone to fly over water or land using the propulsion force of high-power turbines. Created by Frank Zapata, this flying skateboard uses turbojet technology that generates thrust of up to 140 kg 308 lbs, allowing flights of up to 150 meters or 492 ft in height and speeds exceeding 200 km/h 124 mph. The range reaches 10 minutes of continuous flight, enough for impressive crossings. What makes the Flyboard Air unique is its gyroscopic stabilization system that keeps the pilot automatically balanced, significantly reducing the learning curve compared to other personal flight devices. Control is done through small body movements and a handheld remote control. Flying standing up is radical, but what if you could carry your own helicopter on your back like a backpack? The Australian geniuses behind the Copter Pack did exactly that, and the result is absolutely surprising. This Australian innovation is completely changing the perspective on personal aerial transport with a design that is as elegant as it is functional. Developed by Copter Pack PT, this device uses 2 coaxial rotors mounted on a light structure that is carried like a backpack. Weighing only 42 kg or 92 EBs, it can carry up to 120 kg and 64 EBs of payload, including the pilot reaching heights of up to 1,000 meters 3280 ft, and speeds of 70 km/h 43 amps. The genius of the Copter Pack lies in its operational simplicity. It does not require a pilot's license in many countries because it is classified as ultralight, and its intuitive control system allows practically anyone to learn how to operate it in a few hours. The flight range is approximately 30 minutes with the current batteries. The practical applications are enormous, from mountain rescues to infrastructure inspections, as well as rapid medical emergency services in remote areas. Its compact design allows it to be stored in the garage at home, making personal flight a real possibility for the common citizen. Tesla revolutionized electric cars, but what if I told you that the Tesla of flying cars exists? Get ready to meet the incredible Jetson 1 personal flight vehicle. This Swedish company developed what they consider the Tesla of personal flying vehicles. This single-seater vehicle weighs only 86 lbs and uses 8 electric motors strategically distributed to ensure maximum safety and stability. The pilot simply indicates the desired direction via an intuitive joystick, while the system takes care of the rest. It's literally as easy as playing a video game with a price of $92,000 USD. It is considerably more affordable than other alternatives. The company already has more than 5,000 pre-orders, proving that the market is ready to adopt this technology. Its design allows operation from backyards, transforming recreational flight into an everyday family activity. The future is arriving in your garage. An electric flying car is already science fiction, but Star Wars fans will go crazy over the next one. Music. Star Wars fans have always dreamed of Luke Skywalker's flying bikes, but Russian engineers went beyond the dream and created something even better. The impressive Hover Surf Hoverbike S3. This flying motorcycle combines the thrill of traditional motorcycles with the three-dimensional freedom of flight. The hoverbike uses 4 carbon rotors that generate enough lift to raise up to 120 km/h, 64 lbs, to heights of 16.52 mph, maintaining cruising speeds of 60 km/h, 37 mph. Its hybrid design allows for both free flight and movement close to the ground. The S3 incorporates advanced safety systems, including an automatic emergency parachute and multiple sensors that prevent collisions. Its carbon fiber structure keeps it ultralight without sacrificing strength, while its electric propulsion system ensures quiet and ecological operation. The most interesting thing is its operational versatility. It can function as a police patrol vehicle, a rapid response air ambulance, or simply as a toy for adrenaline enthusiasts. Russia has already begun testing its use in military and public security applications, signaling a future where flying motorcycles could be as common as current cars. A flying motorcycle is radical, but get ready to see aerial races at 300 km/h, 186 mph. Forget terrestrial Formula One because the future of racing is literally flying over our heads. The Airspeeder Mk3 is creating the most exciting sport you ever imagined. This aircraft represents the birth of aerial races as the next great global sporting spectacle. Developed by Alauda Aeronautics in Australia, the Mk3 is specifically designed for high-speed aerial racing competitions with the capacity to reach 300 km/h, 186 mph, and perform maneuvers impossible for traditional aircraft, creating a completely revolutionary sports category. Its eVTOL technology allows vertical takeoffs and landings while maintaining the agility of a military fighter jet. The distributed propulsion system with 8 rotors ensures total safety redundancy, while its artificial intelligence automatically avoids collisions during races. What's truly impactful is that they are already organizing the first official airspeeder competitions with 3-dimensional aerial circuits that defy gravity. Even some professional Formula One and MotoGP drivers are already training for these new races that promise to be the most exciting spectacle ever created. Imagine having your own personal airplane as easy to use as your car. The pivotal helix is making this fantasy a reality and forever transforming recreational aviation. This American ultralight aircraft represents the definitive evolution of accessible personal flight. Weighing just 115,253 lbs, the Helix can be legally piloted without a license in the United States under ultralight regulations. Its fixed-wing design combined with electric propulsion allows flights of up to 20 minutes with cruising speeds of 100 km, say 62 mph, and an operational range of 32 km, 20 miles. The revolution of the Helix lies in its completely automated control system. Novice pilots can learn to operate it in less than an hour, as its artificial intelligence automatically handles stabilization, navigation, and emergency landings. Its price of $190 USD positions it as the most accessible flying car on the premium market. Pre-orders already exceed 2,000 units, and the company plans to establish a network of flight stations in major cities, creating the first urban air transport infrastructure for civilian consumers. As you've seen, the future of transport is no longer a distant promise, but a reality that is literally taking off before our eyes. From suits that turn us into superheroes to aircraft that will revolutionize commercial travel, we are living the most exciting moment in the history of human transport. Tell me what you thought of these vehicles. Which one of all of them would you like to fly in? The Iron Man suited the Star Wars bike, or the jet that lands in your backyard? Leave it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more content about the most surprising technologies of the future.